as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight. Mixing colors, day and night.
Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here, and I'm back for another crafty video. So, today we're making another one sheet wonder. This one is very simple, just like the others have. This opens up, it's 3 tags, and then it opens this way, and it's also 3 further tags. Really simple to make. Promise you, really simple, this one. And sometimes we have to have simple, because I've made a few complicated ones. Then there's something for everyone. So what I'm going to need is my scoreboard on inches. I'm going to need a piece of 12 by 12, which I've selected a piece here. This is Crafter's Companion 12 by 12. It's some that I don't use. It's some of the less interesting of the, it's actually a Downton Abbey one. So first of all, what you're going to do is you're going to score it at the 6th line, okay? So that's going to just score it in half. Then you're going to turn it 90 degrees, and then you're going to score it at 3, 6, and 9. And then you're going to take it off the scoreboard, and pop your scoreboard away, and hopefully yours won't fall over like mine just did. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut one edge of it off completely. So we're just going to have 6 panels, and that's because we're going to use the we're going to have 3 panels that turn into 6, and then the 7 and 8 are going to be the bits that form our pockets, etc. So we're going to cut down there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cut down this middle line. So we're going to turn it round so that we've got, this is our middle line that goes down the line at 6 inches, and we're going to cut that fold out. So hopefully you'll be able to see your fold. I'm going to cut down to there. We're going to leave it intact at the end. I'm going to cut the other side of the fold. Score line out. Cool. I'll take that out. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to fold it over, and then we're going to concertina it from each side. So we're going to fold that piece over and back on itself. Try and get it to line up as you go. And flip it over and do the other bit over. Fold over. Again, just try and make it line up with itself. And then we're going to put those score lines in. Here's my trusty bone folder. Okay, and then from the top bit where it's all attached, you're going to cut out into a tag shape. So like that's where the fold is. So the fold's at the top here, the fold's at the top here, and we're just going to cut out and make a tag shape. So you obviously want to leave a center bit where they're all attached, where it's all attached. Cut a bit off, flip it over, cut a bit off. There we go, that's that. So you've got all of these pieces. If you want to put all of those pieces in and you want to have them as various tags and things like that, you can, but you can also use this bit. So this bit then we are going to cut down into various pieces. So we're going to have it, because remember it's the same width, well, it might be just slightly wider, so it should be 3 inches. Hang on, Dave, that'd be good if you could put it on a line where it said 3 inches. Slightly wider at that top edge, so I'll just cut that off because it's got the fold line in it. So you also want to make sure it sits nicely on your tag. So what you're going to do is you're just going to cut this into various pieces. Now these are obviously just shy of 3 inches, because remember the tags are shy of 3 inches now, you've got folds in them, and then they measure 2 inches deep. So we're going to cut this down 2 inches, and we're going to do that. So if you look how I've done mine, let's just do this. You can do it however you like. Let's just look at mine though. So I've done it alternate. So I've done pocket, pocket, pocket. You flip it over. Pocket, pocket, pocket. So I've got 6 pockets, and so I'm going to cut this down to 6 pockets. So that's 6 lots of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the last bit is 6. You can put a divot in if you want to. So if you want to make a little divot like I've done, and all I did was I took 3 of them together. I'll put a divot in all in one go. I just used a smaller circle. So I just always fire it at myself for some reason. Again, 3 together. Put a divot in it. Cool. There we go. And then all I did was I made it alternate. So if I've got a pocket on this side, I have it so that the pattern is the other way around. So so you can have it contrasting or you can have it matching. Sorry, one other thing I also did was I rounded the corners off. Now what I don't want you to do is try and put all of those into your corner rounder, because it'll break. So I did 3 together and then 3 together, and the same with when you're doing the pockets themselves. I did 3 together, 3 together, corner around it. Oh, don't let go of it, Dave. 3 together, and then do 3 together, 3 together. And that I just felt that it finished it a bit. You know, if you want to leave it square edge, leave it with the square edge. It's entirely up to you. Missed a bit when I did that. For some reason, the back one did not want to line up. There we go. Cool. So then I inked it. Oh, that's the wrong inking thing. There we go. So remember, if you're doing it, have it this way up, then I will do it this way up. Just going to put some ink on it just so that it blends in nicely. In fact, I might need a bit more. Let's go brushed corduroy for this. So 3 this way round and then 3 the other way round. Now you could of course put all of the pockets all on one side, or you could put them like I'm doing, or you could leave them off, or you could cut them down further and have them as smaller pockets. You could have them as shallower pockets, whatever you feel fits your theme better. I can't tell you how much of those corners and divots I'm covered in. It looks like I've been to a wedding. I'm covered in like confetti. So yeah, so this is 48, the 48th version of something you can do with the one sheet. So it's a one sheet. My 48th one sheet wonder. Blimey, it'd be helpful if you could get your words out, wouldn't it? Which I think is quite an achievement. I don't know anybody else. I don't know anybody else or many other people that have managed for 48. I do plan to do 50 of them. So no, 52. Sorry, one for each week of the year. Not very good with the numbers of weeks in the year, obviously. 52 weeks in the year, 52 versions of one sheet wonders. That way then there's something for every week of the year, so that people can't say, oh, I can't think of anything I can do for a one sheet wonder. So we're going to flip them over and do this side now. And why did I use this paper? Just simply because it's a very simple one, not one that I've got a use for at this very moment in time. So rather than using my Tim Holt stuff, which of course is running out now, by no means am I out of it, but so what I tried to do is I'd have it the other way around. So if this has got a pocket on one side, I flip it round the other way so that I put a pocket on the alternates. So this side has got a pocket in the middle, so I'm going to do either side on this one. You can take some time over getting a nice straight gluey edge, but I'm trying to do a nice quick one sheet wonder, so I've got to go and pick my partner up from the airport. He's just come back from Tenerife, so, well, he hasn't come back yet, but he's on his way back from Tenerife. He's been out there for a week with a friend of his who's getting married later this year, so it was kind of his stag week. I mean, people have said to me, stag week? It used to be a stag day or a stag night or a stag, you know, weekend at the most, but now it's turned into a stag week. Yeah, I don't know why. It just has. So then all I did with these was where I rounded a corner. So these are the bits we've cut off, where I've to round the corner rather than trying to get it in my little thing. I just rounded the corner off and then used these to, let's flip that over. These are my tucks in the corners. So we've got one here. So because it's a tuck, I'm only doing it on two sides. So down there and around there. And that's going to go up in one corner. And then, oh, that's the wrong way round. We need one that's going to sit in that corner. That's that one. So it's going to sit in that corner. So again, just round it off. Ink it. And then just on the two 90-degree sides, ones that are 90 degrees to each other, and then again we're going to do that same on here. I'm going to do, which way round is that one? No, that needs to be that way round, or yep. That's also another one that's going to face down. So you just have to, then they kind of got an orientation to them. So when you flip it over, it's all caught on that corner. No, that's also that way, same way round. That's also that way round. Oh no, that one is fine. That's one of the ones we want. That one we want as well. So all the ones that sit the same way round are all the ones that are going to go on the same side. So yeah, just ink it. So you should have the same number for each side. Again, we're going to do there. Ink it. Where's my thing? Just out of my peripheral vision. It's hiding behind the glue, to be fair. sometimes you can see things that I can't because you're looking from a top down position and I'm looking straight onto it and I can't always see it. So that's one that we're going to need. That's one of those. That's one we're going to need, and that's one of those. So put these two together just to clip that corner. Ink it. Ink it. People wonder at work how I get my fingers so messy. Well, you can tell them, can't you? Because he's always he's inking constantly. So in that corner, in this corner. It's conversation starter though, isn't it? How do your fingers get quite so inky, Dave? Always making videos, that's why. So I could say mind your P's and Q's, so or mind your own business. But I don't. Ooh. So let's ink these all down first and then I'll glue them down. Round the corners off. If these will go in your corner rounder without losing them, then do that, but it won't go in mine. Mine's this big, and if I try and put them in there, my fingers will get in the way. I love my craft, but I'm not willing to lose a finger for it. But I think we can all make a very rudimentary corner round, can't we? So, again, just the two sides, and this way around is this, like this. Turn it round. That corner. Take some time over getting them straight. Obviously I'm just doing it because I want to get it done, because we want a nice short video, because it appeals to some people more than the long form videos. Try and do a bit for everybody. There we go, like that. And then what you want to do is you want to ink around all of your edges on your tag. I find it easier if it's got a bit of support behind it, so put a few together. You can take more time over this than I am. But like I say, it's so simple, this one sheet wonder. One that you can definitely keep in the bag and remember. And obviously, you know, share the kindness and the love, and tell your friends, and if you can't remember how to do it, send them over here. That's all of them. Oh, except for that bit there. That's all of them as well. So, and then the last thing to do is you just want to fold them all up nicely, whichever way around you want them, and then make a hole. So you can either have a round hole like So this one has a slot, or you can make a round hole, and I'll do a round hole this time. And then they can all fit in together. They can go in a, they can go on the same piece of string, or you can thread them all individually, entirely up to you. Of course, if I'm going to make a hole in it, I'm going to have to put a little bit of an ink on that. You know me, can't leave it. Do that on the other side. There we go. Cool. So there we go. Nice, very easy one sheet wonder. Fold it either way, so you can have it folded that way, or we can fold it the other way, whichever you prefer to have on the outside, depending on what your paper is. And that's it. Another easy peasy one sheet wonder. Just something else to use. We all love a tag, let's face it, so to have a few tags, that's just a bit more interesting, isn't it, to open it up and find some more tags in there. So there we go, nice one sheet wonder. And if you like it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to share, comment, and don't forget to tag me if you make one. And my name is Dash of Dave, and I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and I will see you in the next video. So on Friday there is no more house. We've finished the house now, but we'll be making something. So I think we're just going to have a free crafty sort of day. No kind of objective. Let's just make some stuff. So I will see you in the next video. Take care, folks. Lots of love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of hugs. And I'll see you very soon. Take care, folks. See ya. Bye.